Thank you very much, Matty. Episode 444, Bellew the Weeks. Let's see what I've got, what the boys have got. Rob, Donny, Ozzy, Andy, Matty. Oh, I tell you what, I've been sent a lot of videos this week. Thank you to everybody who sent entries in. I won't be able to get to them all. I've been sent so many, but this is one from Rapping Rob Kelly. First of all, let's go back in time and hear Deontay. What went wrong in the second fight?
The Bible tells us that silence is golden. But my ears can still hear and my eyes can still see. The Bible also tells us to be swift to hear and slow to speak. You see, what you don't understand, thief, what you did is what my people deal with all the time. Someone cheating them from providing their greatness into the world. But it's a burden that we cut off only to make us stronger. I saw in the first fight where Ricky Haddon was pulling down your gloves to put your fist in the improper position. Y'all tried the same method the second time, but this time you scratched flesh out of my ears, which caused my ears to bleed. It's impossible for a brand new 10-ounce glove to bend, to keep a smushed in form, or to have loose space. I highly believe you put something hard in your glove. Something the size and the shape of an egg weight. Here's the reason why the side of my face swelled up in an egg weight form. And it left a dent in my face as well. But in the midst of it all, you still couldn't keep this king down. You would have had to kill me. In the end, it took a crab in a bucket referee and a disloyal trainer to throw the towel in just to stop me. Proverbs, the 6th chapter 30, 31st says, excuses may be found from a thief who steals because he is starving. But if he is caught, he will have to pay back 7 times what he stole, even if he had to sell everything in his house. And payback is coming.
Delusional.
That is real, that one. That is real, that.
It's like Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction, isn't it?
And you know what's a shame is that's actually not a verse in the Bible that Samuel L. Jackson was quoting either. It's all farce. It's all farce.
Thanks for sending that in, Rob.
Cheers, Steve.
There's more where that came from, I think, the value of the week here. This one has always been revealed by Matty earlier. Shannon Contney losing her belt on the scales and blaming a period has to be up there, right up there for Bellew of the Week from Ricky Lennon. Poor old Shannon. We'll pray for her. Aaron Beach has nominated this one. Bellew of the Week for William Hill, talking about a 5-year reign. Forget the 3 years of inactivity and the drugs ban, as William Hill call out Tyson Fury will be defending his lineal championship against Deontay Wilder this weekend. Here's one from you, Andy. Art man. When I say fuck Fury, I'm Team Wilder. I mean that shit. Let's get that body tonight. Hashtag Artman Boxing. He's on a mare. He's on a mare.
Oh, mate. Apparently he's lost thousands this week, man. Taking bets over a gaff and that. So it's always good to see. Always good to see. There's a few others for the LDBC kind of popping up a wee bit later. Certainly against, again, about Glovegate, though, because they're complaining about the gloves again and that. So this will come to that as well.
Glovegate from Artman. Brian King has been absolutely rapid, throwing quite a few in from Sam GW.
Oh, that guy, what a fun.
I know Oz has been back and forwards with him. He said, the idea of Fury as some elite operator has always been a myth. Wilder is the worst boxer I've ever seen with a belt ever. Yet he dropped Fury 4 times. Fury isn't this guy you can't hit. He's always in trouble by the second fight. Valin had him shook. Inevitable, Wilder is terrible, blah, blah, blah. Fury versus White, let's go. Now that's a proper fight. Wilder is a chump. He will retire with no significant wins. He's had a mare, this lad.
He told me that apparently Fury's isn't number one because he didn't beat Vladimir and Vitaly, right? So apparently Vitaly actually retired in 2012. Fucking Fury didn't fight Vlad until 2015. So how the fuck's he meant to fight a guy who's 3-4 years retired? What a twat.
Oh, dear. Brian King is throwing in another one as well for Clarissa the Groat Shield. She was having a bit of a meltdown last night. I got a feeling Wilder bet to get a huge win tomorrow, said the Groat. Then she went on to say this boxing world is so damn sexist. She then says, yes, I'm here at Top Rank Boxing Fights on ESPN. My seat not on the floor, and this credential that's supposed to give me floor access doesn't. Also, no love shown to the 3-division world champion, but plenty shown to WBC interim champion Ryan Garcia. Boxing world is so weird. Arthur Day, and that's Brian also nominated Daniel Cormier.
She runs about, honestly, she constantly keeps going on about her CV. Oh, Olympic gold medalist, quote champion. Shut the fuck up, man. He's a piece. Didn't you see Lomachenko running about what his fucking medal was? Not look at me.
Someone want to fucking explain to her as well what a numbers game is. Like, there's a reason Ryan Garcia is higher up the pecking order than you. He's more fucking popular, right? It's got nothing to do with fucking women's boxing. Nobody knows who you are. Ryan Garcia is a fucking superstar. Jesus Christ.
Shields is only famous because her uncle smashed up some old boy.
Absolutely.
Her brother, sorry, that's who it was.
There was a brother, yeah. It was James Ali Bashir getting bashed up.
Getting bashed ears.
Getting bashed ears, like Deontay Wilder. Nomination from me for ESPN for quoting Michael Benson live on the broadcast last night. Benson tweeted out Deontay Wilder's co-trainer JD's watching closely as Tyson Fury gets his hands wrapped. Fury tells him, you missed the knuckle dusters last time. And Brian Kenny says, we've got a tweet from Michael Benson coming in. So Benson getting a pat on the back there. That's how far he's made it.
Honestly, he's made it because he's a fucking thief. Fucking Wilder goes on about thieves and stuff like that. People that hangs about his stall. Fucking Benson's made a career out of it, by the way.
Keep going, Andy. I'll put some piano music in the background.
It's incredible the amount of people who's actually like retweets him, like famous folk, and I'm like, fucking serious? The guy just steals people's other fucking work.
Oh,
fucking
Benson.
Tweet thief.
Good old Benson, tweet thief. Right, let's get on to another clip. This is sent in by Holt, and it's for Bean. During an interview with IFL Umar, Bean revealed something quite interesting in his basement on his wall.
That's weird, isn't it? Yeah. It's such a beautiful day, Umar. It's such a beautiful day. Let me try and how about that? Is that a little bit better?
I've got you back.
There's the bottle of ketchup in the background. You may not know me well enough, but I'm a massive ketchup fan. So
you're back now, anyway.
There we go.
I'll tell you what. I bet dinner conversation rub into him, by the way. Oh, I like tomato sauce, by the way.
Umar not wanting that tomato sauce banter.
I'm sorry, like, I don't care. People are a lot of fans of a lot of things. But it doesn't mean I want a fucking picture on the wall of something. And he's got a little picture of a bottle of Heinz tomato ketchup. Why? I bet he's paid good money for that as well.
Maybe Artman did it for him.
Yeah, it's his interpretation of Andy Warhol's work.
Serafina apparently doesn't know.
That saying though, if anyone in the boxing world was going to do something like that, you'd have Bean up there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, without doubt.
Bean! Would have been, could have been, should have been, never been. Baked bean, creepy bean, beanie, Rumpelstiltskin. We're on to you.
Red sauce bean. Oh dear. The red sauce was in no way a reference to Shannon Courtney's plight over the weekend, Andy, apparently.
Jesus fuck.
It's a good job they canned all the fucking QAnon accounts off Reddit because they'd be making Pizzagate fucking references to this bottle of Heinz on the wall.
It looked like a glass bottle they had in there, so there'd be no drip coming off it, Steve.
Ian at Captain Chunk 17, a nomination for Gareth A. Davis at the post-fight presser for asking Fury if he will fall into a depression now this fight is over. What a stupid fucking question.
What a dickhead. What was he trying to prove with that, by the way? What a fud. God.
I think it was revenge for when Fury was laughing when Bob Arum told him to take off the fucking sunglasses.
Clearly Fury set him up for that one and got Bob to do it for him, eh? Really.
Good old Gad.
Fucking maggot.
Yeah, the Gad got roasted. Let's relive the Gad getting roasted, actually. That's inspired me.
Gareth, I got to ask you a question. Where are you now?
I'm in the Wembley Hilton.
Okay. You're in England, right?
I am.
Right. And it's evening, right?
It's 10 o'clock, yeah.
What are you wearing the fucking sunglasses for?
He's been dug out by Bob. Oh, Bob.
Where are your shades?
I left them in the room. I left them in the Wembley Hilton.
So,
no, where are my shades? They're glasses, actually, believe it or not. And I've got several shades of those glasses, as you know.
If anyone's going to roast you, though, you take it off Bob Arum, surely.
Of course I do, you know. But he doesn't know Bob, you don't know shit about sunglasses. No, listen, I'll take it from Bob every day of the week.
Poor Gareth is like that kid that comes to school wearing what he thought is a cool new jacket, and everyone laughs at him, and the next day he doesn't wear it to school.
See the Phoenix, mate? You see the fucking Phoenix?
Oh, poor guy getting roasted. Brian King roasting Adam Cattrall. I blocked, but I managed to get hold of this one way or the other. He says, Deontay Wilder beats any other heavyweight in the world tonight. Tyson Fury, though, isn't from this world. Hashtag Fury Wilder 3. That's the type of insight you get, Rob, on Fight Disciples.
Well, I tell you, I don't know what this podcast does to you, because I just opened the fridge and there was a bottle of tomato ketchup in it. I closed the fridge really quick. I said, oh, shit.
Yeah, that Nick Pete, was he no tweeting about that Liverpool show was stacked, it's massive, can't wait to go to making it my hometown. Next minute he's in fucking Vegas. What's all that about? What's all that about?
Well, I suppose if the call comes, Andy, you get on that plane, don't you?
Exactly, mate. Exactly. I mean, Cougs having the banter off camera and stuff like that. And Cougs nicking Bob Arum's banter as well. Oh, it was great scenes in that.
Brian King again. He's on fire this week. He's nominated Tom Gray. Tom Gray says, I'll be talking to Rhiannon C. Jones on GB News about hashtag Wilder Fury 3 in 10 to 15 minutes. What a fight. Sky Channel 515. Brian King says, gammon. He's dug out Tom there. William Lee has nominated Gareth A. Davis.
What would Hasim Rahman say if he saw this photo?
Gareth A. Davis getting in. He says, working here ringside with the undisputed heavyweight king, Lennox Lewis, who is in shape, I can tell you. Lennox knows this is a huge night for the two men. Hashtag Fury Wilder 3. There he is again, the guard. I tell you what, he's becoming a bit of a front runner here, Andy.
Well, aye, because he likes he knows his people when they're in shape, and he'll take it for anybody. So he's definitely a strong contender this week.
Got that fucking shirt open as well, hasn't he? The guy, man.
I know.
Fucking Vegas,
look at that face.
Vegas road. Look at that.
Look at that face. That's that serial killer look he's pulling there, eh?
Do you remember when he was? You remember when he was super fat and he was like, you just looked like he was just like trolley looking, and I mean, good for him. He's lost weight and shit like that from years ago and stuff like that. But he's like the fat girls who lose weight and then they feel like they have to wear a fucking a bikini or a crop top everywhere they fucking go. Hey, look at me! I look so fucking good.
About all the fights they lose.
Yeah, it's like but you still have a 3-inch tit. You still have a 3-inch dick, and you have saggy tits. Get the fuck over it.
I like the way his sunglasses are extra tinted, because he's going to be seeing a lot of phoenixes on the Vegas Strip there. The guy looks for it.
And he'll have to pay for every single one of them, Rob.
Hey, Matty, what do you think the A stands for in Gareth A?
Arsehole.
Where's Donnie when you need him?
Always dark? I don't know, man.
Oh dear. Maria Matthews initially gave Wilder a lot of credit for making it to round 11, but for him to offer Fury no handshake, no recognition. Glad he got knocked out Bellew of the Week, says Maria. She's not happy. There's Economics nomination for Paul Dempsey for Bellew of the Week. Dempsey said it's very sad that Tyson's Fury dad, John Fury, can't be in the USA for the fight. Aye, that's because he was jailed for trying to rip a man's...
Gino Chill.
Rip a man's eyeball out of his head, Paul. I should really read these before, and that's a cracker.
On the next fucking Black History Month segment, Paul Dempsey's going to be saying Nelson Mandela, of course, jailed simply because he was black. No, man, he's trying to blow up the government. Forget about all that shit. We're not talking about that now.
And the best person to talk to about this situation, Mr. Steve Bunce.
I wonder how many people thought, oh man, this is going to be so cool going and partying with the Furies, only to wake up without their pants or their wallet in an alley, and on the other side of the town, the Furies are laughing and carrying on.
I'd say they got off lightly if that was all that happened. Right, on to the next one. Lions in the Camp has nominated Tony Bellew. He says Cheeseman as the Cockney Mickey Ward. Didn't hear too much from Bellew over the weekend, actually. Had the sound pretty much muted. It's probably for the best. Tony Bellew again here. Williamson looks done here. Cheeseman has wore him down, tweeted at Tony. On the ball as always. Well, at least we're allowed opinions now, Rob, so we can disagree with Tony.
Well, he didn't want to offer his opinion to the wonderful presenter, Maya Jama, who has changed the game on the zone in her blue pajamas last night. Possibly just because Tony Zedcar's Bellew was in the fucking co-commentary with her. She was choosing her side in the Battle of Liverpool in the Everton blue. But she said about the Shannon Courtney thing, it's not our fault. She's right, Tony, it's not our fault. Women can't choose when they come on their period. And Tony just fucking side-eyes the cameraman. He just doesn't know what to say. That's fucking Andy said. Too much cervical fluid he was thinking about at the time. He didn't know what to fucking say, man. It was the first time this stupid fucker's ever been lost for words. It was unreal.
He should have had something to kind of... He had like 24 hours to come up with some sort of words to try and say.
And then they said to him as well, when around Bellew the week, they said to him, Maya Jam was like, she's mentioned the rematch there, Tony. Should it be a rematch? He goes, I thought she lost 10-3 or 7-3 or 8-2, and then they were like, should she get the rematch? Yes, mate, because it wasn't a shutout.
Yes, it's dangerous. It's dangerous, really, really is. The cervical fluid around the brain cannot be replaced in 24 hours, and
Jesus. All right, back to hearing about people coming on their periods.
It's going to end. You'll never forget.
Ainsley Harriott.
Never forget that one anyway.
Jack Dyer was nominated BT Sport from the Cooking King to the Gypsy King. Ainsley Harriott is back in Tyson Fury tonight.
All the big celebs, The Undertaker, Drake, Ainsley Harriott.
The Drake got his curse broken, didn't he?
Yeah,
Fury
the only
broke
one
the
man
curse.
can beat us. The Gypsy curse supersedes the curse of Drake every time.
Glasses Malone, I was talking to him during the week and he was fucking loving it last night, by the way. Loving it.
West Side.
Ainsley Harriott. Okay, let's go on to another clip then. Rob has sent us in a few this week. Floyd, he's advertising windows, he's advertising phones, he's advertising everything. Let's hear what he's advertising this week. No Manjaros yet.
21 Blitz, download it right now. You can win cash. You can win jewelry. When I talk about jewelry, I'm talking about Rolex watches. And guess what? You guys can win a car.
What the fuck is this?
My car game is crazy. Download it right now.
Can I say something? See, he tries to say jewellery. It sounds like he's saying jury duty, doesn't he?
Joey. I love the way he's freestyling it. You go in a Rolex watch, you got a car. What's the car, Floyd? Forget about that. My car game is crazy.
That's a Romex, dog.
Rolexes are their jewellery, apparently, you know.
The fucking graphics for the cars coming up like Fast and the Furious and all of them. Just cuts to him with his car. He's saying his car game is crazy. You're not going to win a car like this shit.
But Reliant Robin or something like it gets or something.
But that's not as good as it gets, Steve.
That's not as good as it gets. We've got another one coming up soon. Stay tuned, everybody. Man. Before we get there, though, Gavin Stevens has nominated Floyd's mate, that Pillock Ellaby again. Javonte Davis versus Rolly Romero will be like a modern-day Hagler Hearns. Says Ellaby.
Wish someone would go out and straighten his nose out, by the way. Fucking hell.
They need to retire that phrase. You know how many fucking fights were going to be the modern-day Hagler Hearns that didn't turn out to be the fucking modern-day fucking Canelo and Matthew Hatton?
To be fair, one's a southpaw, one's orthodox, and they're both black.
There you go, getting there.
Yeah.
Getting closer every day. Andy's calling for Ellaby's nose to be straightened out. Maybe this fella could help him.
Let's kind of talk a bit down.
Got it like a motherfucker.
Not sure why it was cut off, but it's not the only thing that was being cut nice and easy, I think.
Legs are shaky. Legs are shaky, Adam.
Oh man, he was paranoid like a motherfucker. He's looking at his shoulders and that. If you could just imagine if Groves kind of threw him a feint, he'd have bet on it like straight away. He's like, oh fuck.
I just like the smell of it.
He's going to have difficulty. He's going to have difficulty disproving that he didn't take more than he went in on when they come to splitting that bill, isn't he? Evidence suggests otherwise, Carly.
100%. I bet Carly gave him a quick phone call after he seen that video, by the way. What kind of gear was that, mate? It looks solid. I need to get some of that.
Oh, good old Frotch. Keith Idek has been nominated by Starry Boy. He said, I just saw some guy at MGM Grand ask Tommy Hearns if he could take a picture with the greatest welterweight to ever live. The woman with Hearns goes, Ray's here?
I beat his motherfucking ass.
Oh, shit.
Question your linguistic skills, Tommy.
from one legend
Sit
to
down,
another. Yeah, we got a copyright strike for that. Anyway, from one legend to another, Billy Boxing 2.0 has nominated Shannon. Anybody can say anything before the fight. I'll take her into deep waters she's never been to before. That WBA title is not leaving the UK, says Shannon.
Wow. She's had it rough though. She's had it rough though. She's won a vacant belt. She's had her fights pushed back for their time to train. She's cherry picked opponents, and we've also forgot she'd forgot to empty her pad before she got on the scales and missed weight by 2 pounds.
She's gonna end up fighting Ebony Bridges in a third fight 10 years from now, both wearing lingerie for $5 on pay-per-view.
Let's hope so, Matty. I like the sound of that.
Well, if we get enough 79 pences in the chat, we can fucking all pitch in and watch it together.
She's been nominated as well, poor lass, by David Almond, 86. Shannon Courtney, from binge drinking and obesity to world champion, an incredible boxing transformation. It could be from binge drinking and obesity to world champion to binge drinking and obesity, I think, after the weekend.
Said, did Shannon Courtney lose? All right, Chuckle, man. Even Chuckle.
She's done a complete 360.
Everybody I know, apart from Aussie, hates her, by the way.
Apart from us.
He's not biting.
He's watched Raiders getting pummeled. That's what he's doing.
Terry Woodfine couldn't be with us tonight. He's not dead. He just wasn't able to listen in. He says, Bellew of the Week for Sky's Johnny Nelson for giving a 14-minute post-fight analysis of Fury with IFL on mute. I don't know. That sounds all right to me, to be honest. Wouldn't mind.
Better than most of them.
Oh, Johnny. Michaela Mayer has been nominated by Mr. Anderson. Another champ loses belts on scales. She was on weight the day before, but then wakes up 2.5 pounds over because of period. 2.5 pounds doesn't happen. Also, if you're struggling to make weight before weigh-ins, you don't have time to put on a face of makeup. You're sweating till the last minute, says Michaela. Ooh. She's not happy. Not happy.
Where's Aussie?
Okay, a bit of a conspiracy.
Commenting on this. Backing her up. When was he? Back her up, mate.
Who am I backing up, sorry?
Shazza. Look at that comment from Michaela Mayer there. That's disgraceful, isn't that?
Yeah, I agree with her. Completely agree with her. And yeah, that is a good point as well, is that she made it onto the scales with a load of makeup on, and she'd done her hair, clearly knowing, like I said, she had no interest in losing that weight, because as soon as she got off the scales, she started to sup a Lucozade, which said it all, really.
Big A says the fight with Ebony Bridges will be a bloodbath. Oh, God. When will it end? When will it end?
Sounds like a novel by Perry PepsiCo.
Hey to Dave. Hey to Dave, the bald casual spastic who's now left us, as nominated Clarissa the Goat Shields. I got a feeling Wild about to get a huge win tomorrow, and in true hater style, he quote tweets with that picture. Brutal mente honesto from Dave there.
Brilliant.
And I think it was Ben Faruqi, friend of the pod, head of BNTV. Go and check him out. Nominated Marcus Villegas. Right at the end of the fight, he tweets out, Fury has cocked out Wilder. That would have been quite the scene.
That's the fourth fight, man.
Cock blocked.
You're going to fuck them all to death.
All right. And the final couple of videos I've got. First of all, Floyd. What's he advertising now? God only knows.
It's the one and only Floyd Making Money Mayweather. And I'm always up for a big challenge. But the problem is, I always win. And you knew that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to challenge myself. Let's go. Let's see what you can do. 990. 991. You said you could break my records. 992. 993. Leave me alone. Stop. You talking back. Don't talk back. Just work.
What you mean? You're not better than me. What? Stop bothering me.
Oh, you ain't better than me. Let's see. Work. 7. Go. 998. 999. 1,000. 1,000 push-ups.
Fuck is this shit?
That's it. It's nothing. what I need you to do right now, go to versusgame.com and watch the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather break records, and you can also make money.
Wow.
What the fuck are they selling?
We don't know. That's why I love it about it so much. They blew the budget on getting Floyd. They didn't even have enough money left to do a nice font. It's just like versus. We don't know what the fucking game is. Can you do press ups? How do you play this game? We don't fucking know. Oh my god! And his method acting, he's like a Daniel Day-Lewis, isn't he? Hey, stop! Leave me alone.
Aye.
For fuck's sake, man! He'd sell anything that gun. Oh my god!
He'll be doing the remake of Double Impact shortly.
Multiplicity.
A billionaire, nearly like. I mean, what the hell's he doing? He just loves the cash.
That marketing department, man, is either money laundering or high as the fucking sky. Oh, we're going to split screen Floyd talking to himself. What are we selling? Forget about that shit, man. If we build it, they will come.
If you're always working, you're never broke, Steve.
Absolutely, 100%. Floyd, right. You could say we've saved the best till last before I hand it over to the floor to the boys to see what they've got. Angry Bob in action.
Is on top of the world, and he hasn't fought for over a year. I mean, that's a criminal thing.
It wouldn't have won the purse bid if you would have paid him what he was looking for.
Shut the fuck up, you little prick.
Yeah?
Yeah, prick.
Go ahead.
Come on, get him out of here.
Okay, you're getting out of
Yeah,
here.
move him out of here, Derek.
He's a cold barrel.
I liked Coppinger though. To be fair, like challenging him. You know, if you fucking paid the money.
Brilliant. The thing is, Coppinger should know better not to fucking take that right there and then, man.
Fucking Bob, man, is on rare form. He's cursing everybody out, cursing out Gareth Davis, cursing out Kate Abdo, cursing out Coppinger. He doesn't give a fuck. And he's sitting on the top of the throne after the fucking best fight in the last fucking 20 years, while Eddie is fucking raging about to arrange a rematch in Ukraine after tackling the Bob father and losing spectacularly. The arbitrator wins. The house always wins, and so does Bob Arum.
He's 90 years old, man, and that piss and vinegar is what keeps him going. The guy is just unfucking stoppable.
Think about it though. He's been stuck in the house with the wife all of that pandemic, and he just wanted to kind of set about people and that. He probably just does it to make himself feel alive, and that because he's got to sit in the house all day talking to the wife at 90-year-old. Imagine the conversations they have, by the way.
He does like smoking weed, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. About 90 seconds before the fucking camera went on, he was like, "What do you mean the weed man's empty? What the fuck is going on?" Shut up, you little prick.
He's meant to kind of like calm you down and stuff like that. He just gets fucking wired up. Oh, you cunt. Poor Coppinger, eh? But literally gets removed for the scene and he's on Twitter within 2 minutes trying to find out what people are saying about him, because it was some of the most funniest shit I'd ever seen. Like, people are like, but you know, he's writing what he's saying. Well, maybe he is, but he bid for the fight. He told Eddie Hearn not to get involved, by the way. Eddie did. So Bob just waited his time, and then I think basically he's getting vindicated because Triller, as I says to you guys back in the day, that he's not making Lopez that is. He's not going to be making much more than what he made for the Lomachenko fight after everybody gets their cut and the taxis and that type of thing and that. So really, he's not getting what he wanted anyway. So, and plus he re-upped his contract. He re-upped his minimum with Top Rank and that as well. So this was a guy who was saying that he would never fight with Top Rank again. So big L for him.
Big L, that's all the ones I've got, boys. Let's see what the fellas have got. Episode 444, starting with you, Matty. I
cannot contribute anything new, Steve.
You've contributed enough, Matthew. We thank you for your service. Andy, anything from you?
Yeah, Adrian Bruner getting arrested in Kentucky. Outstanding warrant. Some folk think it's related to that case. Remember, he was to pay that woman back for assault or something like that in a nightclub. So it could be related to that. One for I think it was ESPN last night anyway, who were following Tyson Fury along like O.J. Simpson and the White Bronco. I say this was a black SUV that Tyson Fury was in, so ESPN were following him all the way along the freeway, all the way to the stadium and that. So I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah,
getting the OBG treatment. The Wilder fans losing their shit again about these gloves that Fury had on last night and stuff, you know. So this is these are gloves that are actually shipped from the factory, like vacuum sealed, and they're opened up in front of the commissions. They're signed off by each party, including the commissions, who sign the gloves inside and that. And they're still going on about, oh, these gloves aren't, you know, they're not legit. I think even, what do you call them? that kid got robbed against the Venezuelan guy, Michael
Fox.
Michael Fox got involved. He's saying, that's bullshit. These gloves are a disgrace. That they need to get trashed. So they're using that as an excuse. Drake getting his predictions finally getting one right. Deontay Wilder basically saying that his quote was this: he says, "I know things for a fact. I have confirmation, clarity of a lot of things. Many people can believe what they want. We're all human. We believe what we want, but the eyes don't lie. The eyes don't lie." What a fucking what a sausage, man! This is him on his like Scrabble fucking tour. I think it is, man. With all this fucking language he's talking here.
Scrabble brain tour.
Yeah. One I meant to forward you on, mate. One for like Bob Arum again for calling out Teofimo Lopez, who's wanting a unification fight with Josh Taylor for all belts at lightweight and light welterweight at a catch weight of 137, 138, I think it was he wanted in that. And Bob Arum's like, shut the fuck up, you schmuck. You can't fight. You can't have those fights over 135. He goes, where's Mauricio? And then Mauricio Sullivan comes in and says, technically, yeah, that can't be a lightweight fight. You must fight at 135. And Lopez is like looking at like fucking some dumb fucking idiot just getting like taken to school. And I've
begging, Innie Lopez. He's begging.
Oh, he hasn't met a camera. He hasn't disagreed with this week. Actually, he's right in front, centre, and everything. By the way,
the way he suggested it as well, it was kind of like childish and naive, wasn't it? He was like, I was kind of thinking of new ways to do things. Like it was like that fucking scene in Goodfellas. He was like, well, no, I thought you said you were all right, Spider. I am all right, Spider. You fucking.
And one final one for me, Steve. Paul Smith last night when when Fowler got dropped the first time. I think it was off. I think it was a left. I think it was a right hand. I think it was. And Paul Smith is doing his best Ben Kingsley impression from Sexy Beast. Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, that's taking me back, Andy, that one.
I loved that. I absolutely loved that. And people losing their shit at the end of the day over the top of that. But I thought it was quality. And if I was Paul Smith last night with that position, I'd have been doing the same thing. Fucking slag. So yeah, it was good stuff. Good stuff. So that's all I've got, mate.
Oh, solid. Some good ones there, Andy. Ozzy, any from you?
No, none from me.
No problemo. Rob, finally, any from you, please?
Yeah, I have a couple actually. Obviously, the Floyd one is good value. Like, I was just on the deck with him, laughing at him, absolutely fucking hacking anything. If we got the fucking enough 79 pences, we could have a new intro for Boxing Asylum. Because every time I'm in the UK, I listen to Boxing Asylum all day. Every day, Money May. So Bunce had a good one last night. I don't know if anyone heard it in the intros. I kind of had just woken up, so I was like, "Am I dreaming this?" Or did he just say that? Like Bunce is like, "I'm having a great time here. I want this to. Everybody's getting tired of the delay, but it's just adding to the occasion." And I've just had a nod from Shaquille O'Neal, the basketball player. He looked over, and I looked back at him to say, as if, "Are you talking to me, mate?" And he was like, "Yes," and he gave me a thumbs up. So that's my night, mate. What I was like. Fucking hell, man! What the fuck is he talking? Does he know it was that Shaq, or does he just think it was one of the couple of brothers? I don't know. It might not have been really Shaquille. I don't know.
Was it a couple of Black Britons, mate?
There's a couple of Black Britons.
I don't know. It might have been because I don't know if Shaquille O'Neal was a big subscriber to fucking Satanta Sports back in the days, where he knows who fucking Steve Bunce is, or maybe he listens to the Asylum and was giving him a thumbs up because Jade can't. So I don't know. But our Spence had a good one as well. He said he tweeted out last night, "Op-ass Brian Kenny." So for you who are not hip to the slang, the ops are in they're your opposition. So if you're op-ass Brian Kenny, you're in opposition. So I don't know who Brian Kenny's in opposition to. I'm assuming it's Wilder, but Errol Spencer's taken up for the cause. And Kate Abdo for her fucking American accent in the fucking Fury Wilder press conference. She's not even in America a fucking half hour. And her last interview, she was like, "All right, mate, what's going on, geezer?" And now she's like, "Hey guys, what do you think the fight's gonna fucking play out like?" So as Bob Arum said, fuck her and fuck them. So yeah, a couple I think fucking the Bob father fucking wins out this week. He's got it but yeah, I've no more than that one. I probably have a couple, but it's been such a good week. I don't want to fucking waste them talking about the likes of fucking Shannon Courtney and all that.
No problem, Rob. Let's fly through the best then before we invite everybody in to pick them. Ricky Lennon, obviously, he was going for Shannon Courtney originally. Art Man's had a bit of a stinker. Brian King's thrown in a few. We had Benson. We've had the Guard. Yeah, he's quite a strong front runner as well, isn't he? Yeah, that was a good one for Paul Dempsey talking about John Fury, Ainsley Harriott, Shannon again. The Goat's been quite strong, and Marcus Villegas. And then, of course, all of our videos. We've had a couple of decent ones from Floyd, Angry Bob, Holt sent in Bean with the ketchup scene, Deontay Wilder saying how he was cheated, and Andy nominating Carl Froch. Quite a strong lineup this week, Matty. Who are you going for?
It's got to be Bob.
There's one for Bob then. Rob, I think you've thrown one in for Bob as well. Bob for you, Rob?
Yeah, just Bob in general, winning at life and doing what the fuck he wants at 90 years of age. He doesn't give a shit about Mike Coppinger. He call him a prick if he wants to have him thrown out on his ear like fucking Jazzy Jeff. So yeah, good man, Bob Arum.
2 for Bob. He went after Gad last week. Andy, does he get your vote this week?
Absolutely, mate. I meant to say it was well. He actually had a go at one of the reporters in the post-fight press conference. I think somebody from Bleacher's Report actually said to Tyson Fury that he was the betting underdog, I'm sure. And Bob Arum was like, whoa, wait a minute. What do you mean he's the bet underdog? We've got a fantasy app sitting here right on my phone. And he's fucking basically saying that, what was he? I think Fury, by the time the fight happened, there was a 1-2 favourite or something like that. So Bob pulling up people talking shit again. So he had a solid week, mate. He's taken all bodies this week. So aye, big Bob father again, 90-year-old, still doing strong, doing the gummies and that, fucking tremendous.
That's 3 for Bob. I will also go for Bob, although I am giving Floyd a pat on the back for a strong week as well. Are you going to make it a clean sweep, Ozzy, or have you got somebody else in mind?
Absolutely, Bob Arum. And solely around that abuse he gave Mike Coppinger, who tried to be a fucking smart arse about the comments about what's it called, about Lopez, and Arum just shut him down. And he had no idea what to do. And then Arum just said, get him out of here. And he was told to leave. And funniest thing was he had Frank next to him who was just stood there and had answered a couple of questions. And Warren, just after it, turned to Bob and asked who it was. So he had no idea who Mike Coppinger was. And he gave him a horrible look as well.
Bob
which I thought was quite amusing. I thought it was quite funny.
Well, I guess did you see Coppinger slightly take his mask down so he could smile at Bob?
He did.
He clearly knew he was getting that there, right? But I'll tell you one thing. Fat Dan actually unblocked me on Twitter because I actually tweeted out about it, right? This video about the situation. And Fat Dan messaged to says that even though he had a run-in with Bob Arum numerous times over the years, he had never got thrown out a press conference like that. Everybody hates Coppinger, man. He can't even get the story straight. Maybe try to report the Oscar Valdez situation. Fucked it up for day dot. Couldn't get the fucking facts right. It doesn't need to be right. It's the need to be fucking first. That's the problem these days.
Yeah, it's the way he went about it as well. He never asked a question. It was just like, Arum was rightfully saying, he's not been, he's not boxed in what will be 12 months. And then Coppinger just tried to come out with some smart aleck comment, and it backfired on him. Rather than do you regret not trying to come to a deal with him for the Kambosos fight, which is a legit question. Of course it is. Instead, he just tried to abuse him about not paying him properly. And again,
And Arum wasn't trying to explain why Triller gave 10 million and they couldn't fucking. He was basically saying Triller shouldn't be promoting unless they've done a title fight before. They don't know what it takes. And then your man's like, well, if you'd have just paid the purse bit, he's like, fuck off, you little shit.
What was Lopez wanting for that fight again? It was quite big money in that anyway, wasn't it?
Wanted 5 million or something, didn't he?
Aye.
It wasn't relative to what he's proven to be able to bring in. And Bob, to his credit, has said from the start that fight will never happen on Triller, and he's right.
Yeah, I mean, he needs obviously. I mean, he's on the right trajectory, or was on the right trajectory, but he's no capitalised on that Lomachenko win, and he's got COVID, which is his own fault. He didn't get vaccinated. That was one thing that Bob really roasted him about, actually not getting vaccinated, that type of thing. So yeah, look, he just needs to rebuild. And that he's way overinflated his self-worth. He really has done that. I get it. He's trying to get more money out of the sport and that, before his time. He thinks he's changing the game, but not everybody's. Even Floyd struggled trying to get the big paydays and that. And it's not to do with Bob Arum and that. He wasn't marketable at that point until later on in his career.
Everything changed when they gave Andre Berto $1 million to fight Freddie Hernandez.
And
I will
Cosme
constantly
Rivera.
go back to that. Yep, 100%. who the fuck fighting who the fuck for this much money? Like, Andre Berto was never going to be an A-class fucking fighter. Anybody with eyes could see it, and they invested so much behind him. And it essentially, Al Heyman as a manager before PBC was started destroyed HBO boxing and their budgets. It just made it just a complete money pit for him.
Yeah, well done, Al. And well done to Bob, one of the older statesmen. He is the Bellew of the Week for episode 444.